All right. It is streaming.
It is streaming.
Good evening. It is Rhino and Luz. We are live in Atlanta. We are in the Battery. At the Battery. However you want to put that. I guess we're at the Battery.
At the Battery.
Special thanks to Dickey Broadcasting for allowing us to use their studio, so I'm really excited about that. We got a great show.
We do, and we do have the use of the studios until they come back and start checking on the content.
Yeah.
At that point, we may have new digs.
We make sure that we come in after everybody else has left. That's the only thing that they allow us to do is say, hey, once everybody else leaves, then you guys can come in.
Well, and the other thing we have going for us is they don't give a rat's ass about what we do, I don't think. At least they don't think they care.
No.
There may come a time when they start to hear some rumors about things that might have gone down. They might then begin to care, at which point it's too late.
It's too late. We've already done this. So good evening. Welcome. Thank you for coming out and joining us. If you are joining us and you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, this is so important to us, okay? We need you to subscribe. Just hit the button. We're not going to send you any messages. You don't even have to watch the show. We just need to be able to get enough subscriptions to be able to, well, number one, make some money.
That's right.
And number two, change the name so that it's an easier link to get to. Really, that's all we want is to be able to just put in youtube.com/Rhino and Luz.
And we don't need that many to do that.
We don't need that many. Well, actually, I think I read the number wrong.
Oh, because you said 10.
I said a 10. I think it's 100.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, so we really need everybody that is our friend. Anybody who likes us, please go ahead, hit the click and subscribe button. Subscribe. I promise you we won't send you anything. It doesn't cost any money to you. Just do it. It's not that hard.
And you know, even if you hate us, go ahead and hit subscribe. It may even benefit you more because once it gets out what we're doing, we could be in big trouble.
Yeah, and we're going to say things that you could probably just go ahead and call the PC police on. You could call PETA. You could call anybody you want and probably get us in trouble. But, you know, there are a lot of things going on, and normally this isn't going to be a sports talk show, even though we will have sports involved in the show.
As it is part of our lives, it will come up during the show, but it will not be the main focus. We just aren't doing that anymore.
And especially,
we suck at it.
Yeah, we do kind of suck at it, but we do know how to make some of it funny. So that's what we're going to try to do with some of the sports. You know, we don't need to throw out numbers. We don't know how to. We don't need to sit here and take calls on how bad everybody is on the Falcons and how bad that team is doing right now. We don't have to take calls on whether the Atlanta Falcon fans should be upset if New Orleans makes it to the Super Bowl.
We don't even need to worry about being factual.
No.
What we need to worry about doing is innuendo, sports innuendo, rumors. We need to get rumors out there. Founded, unfounded. In fact, unfounded sometimes more entertaining than fun.
Oh, I love those kind. Well, you know what? Let's start off with the sports story because I know this is big today. There we go. That's our first little. I guess, is that our segue?
It is for now.
Okay.
Because we're waiting for it. We actually have a lot of stuff we're having produced.
Yeah.
We sent it off to this company in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Everything seems to go through Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac.
And they haven't returned the jingle package yet, but we're still waiting on that. They're also waiting for our payment to clear, which hasn't happened.
We are working on that, and we do have.
I'm keeping my eyes on this matchup right
at least
here.
this really nice setup on the computer that.
Spencer Ware is out.
I don't know because it's always difficult to see whether this is actually
absolutely
working
he
or
is
not.
out. But I'm thinking Tyreek
I
Hill.
can switch cameras and
I'm
buttons,
keeping my eyes
so I
on
did
this
build that.
matchup
So
right here.
Spencer
Ware's out.
And we're making headway because we did have the Hunter cam.
Yes, I forgot. I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry.
We did.
Absolutely, he is out. But I'm thinking Tyreek Hill.
I'll show everybody the Hunter cam. Right now, the Hunter cam's not working.
It's like Edward in that movie Big Fish. He gets
keeping
something,
my
a new
eyes
piece
on
of
this
information
matchup
or
right
something,
here.
a new
Spencer Ware's
gadget
out.
every week or
sorry.
so.
Spencer Ware is out. Oh, yes, I forgot. I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry.
Another week
Absolutely,
of,
he is out. But I'm thinking Tyreek Hill.
And there we go.
I'm thinking
We'll give you
Patrick
something else.
Mahomes.
Maybe
I'm also looking
Well, we got
at
two
the
things
San
this
Diego
week. You can
Chargers
call
on offense, and I'm thinking about Hunter Henry and the way that he's played
and
this year
join
and
us
as effective
live
as
on
he's
the air.
been.
You'll hear
He's
yourself
going up
too now
against Derrick
because
Johnson.
we've hooked
And
that
I got
in
to keep
too,
my
where we
eyes
can
on that
actually
because I'm looking at it from
hear
a standpoint.
our callers and
Listen,
Hunter.
here's where I'm at with all
this
of
is
this.
huge.
Yeah, that's his thing. He can be heard this week.
Yep.
Oh, can you do me a favor, Hunter? During the course of this show, could you just take some? I need some pictures for my Plenty of Fish account. Could you take just a couple of shots at random? I mean, just send them to me. And,
Absolutely.
I appreciate it because I need, because I figure sometimes when you're in the broadcasting world, you can scoop up a bigger, better fish.
Yeah.
I know about getting the bigger fish. Actually, I'm trying to back off that a little bit and maybe just get some that maybe a couple I have to throw back.
Yeah. Yeah, I got catfished on Plenty of Fish once.
What? Tell me about it. What was his
I
name?
can't talk about this.
What was the guy like?
He was special. And I mean special. Gertie special.
I remember you.
Yes. It was Gertie, actually, who got me. So,
Oh, was it?
Yeah, told me he was tall, dark, handsome. That's what I was going for. And then, oh, hey, Gertie.
Well, our friend Gertie has gone totally phone scammer anyway, an internet scammer.
That's all he does now.
That's where how he makes his money.
Really?
Yes, it
See,
is.
I did not know this.
And he's starting to do some short videos that we're going to actually have on the broadcast. I sent you a few of them that he sent me.
Yeah, we got to find a way to. It was hard to get off the Facebook, but we'll get those. We'll figure out that. And Gertie, I know, we'll have to check in with him. There are a lot of guys we're going to have to check in with from way back when. But I do want to get into kind of a serious topic right now, and I know it's. This hit today. Josh Gordon is now leaving the New England Patriots after getting there. And if you don't know Josh Gordon, okay, this is a really, really talented wide receiver.
I just love the way you say Gordon.
Gordon.
You and your brother, you're like the same. You say like Gordon.
Yeah. We pronounce everything a little too much.
He said button.
Button. Yeah, that's a little English I did there.
It is.
It's a button.
Exactly. It's got this quite an array of buttons, don't we?
Now we sound like a soccer broadcast. But yeah, he left the Patriots today. Later today, it broke that he probably left not on his own accord. He said it was for mental issues, but this is more than the second time that he's left for mental issues. And the mental issues in the past have been a battle with drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are coming down on both sides of this. And it's one of those things where, a lot of us struggle with addiction. A lot of people do. Some of us are addicted to cigarettes. Some of us are addicted to alcohol. Some of us are addicted to drugs, whatever it may be.
Some of us don't struggle. You're really good at it. You get hammered and just smoke a pack and a half, and you're good to go.
And you're good. And you're done. And I don't think people really understand how hard this is, because a lot of the things I heard today being around 680 The Fan and the Sports X, a lot of the callers, a lot of the people calling in are saying, how can this guy do this? He's got everything in front of him. He's got the NFL, blah, blah, blah. And listen, I understand that, and I know what people are saying, okay? But this is one of the silly things about people, that people don't have addictions. They don't understand these kind of things.
No idea how addiction works.
And I'm going to, I've got some examples, and I kind of do want to talk about those as well. But, this is one of those things where I understand what you're saying, and I get it. And I don't think anybody is wishing ill on Josh Gordon. Okay, I think what it is, and when you hear someone say,
it's very important
this
that
guy,
we make that clear.
All he has to do is stay clean, and he can make millions of dollars. And it seems
that's all the addict has to do.
And it seems like it's logical to those people. And I'm going to tell you, people who smoke cigarettes, and here's a great example. Okay, people who smoke cigarettes are addicted to cigarettes. Okay?
Or drink coffee.
Or drink coffee.
Highly addictive chemical.
And you ask them to put it down. Well, with smokers especially, they tend, not all smokers get cancer, but a lot of them do, and a lot of it is caused by smoking. And the first thing the doctor will tell you when you get diagnosed, I'm sure, with cancer is stop smoking.
You know what, though? They have a misconception that it's caused mainly by nicotine.
Right.
Mostly by tar.
Mostly by the tar.
And the other 150 carcinogens that are found in cigarette smoke.
Right. Yeah. And listen, marijuana nowadays is a lot more acceptable. Okay, and it's more acceptable in some places. I've been to places where I've lit a cigarette and people are smoking joints all around me, and they've asked me to put out the cigarette and not the people to put out the joints. But the thing about cigarettes is people who get cancer, they end up let's say they end up with terminal cancer, and they're in a hospital.
You really did go serious with this.
Yeah, I'm going serious.
All right, let's go serious.
Because the rest of it we're going to get in trouble for, and the rest of it's going to be funny. And I promise the rest of it's going to be funny.
Okay, we're laying the groundwork.
But I do kind of want to get this out here because people who are in the hospital because of cancer, because of smoking, will be the first people to find their ways to the fire escape to smoke a cigarette.
Sure they will. They're gonna. If you want to smoke, you're gonna find a way to smoke.
So if you're willing to give up your entire life and literally be put in a pine box because of a cigarette, start to understand why Josh Gordon can't just stop doing what he's doing. I don't know if it's marijuana. I know that he's done marijuana in the past and got caught with marijuana. Okay, doesn't seem to be a very highly addictive drug. Okay, but the addictive part for him is something that's happened when he was 17 or younger, okay? Because that's when he first got in trouble, was when he's 17.
You're going into backstory that I'm not even aware of.
Yeah, and so this is something he's been struggling with his whole life, and it's not about the drug. It's about something else that he's covering with the alcohol and the drugs, okay? And a lot of people who have been addicted understand that. and it's not so easy to give up. So when you say it's just easy, this guy, and I understand what you're saying. He can be the best wide receiver in the NFL if he just would have stayed focused and not done drugs. It's a lot easier to say than to actually do.
It's really ironic when people say, he's addicted, so why does he have to keep doing stupid shit?
Exactly.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the people just they really don't get it.
And you don't get it. And I don't want this guy to be villainized. I mean, listen, he's not going to get back in the NFL. He's probably going to fail the drug test. They're going to ban him for life from the NFL. And that's not the important thing here, because do you really think Josh Gordon wants to give up $28 million a year as a wide receiver in the NFL so that he can go home and take care of his mental health issue? And obviously, this, as it breaks more and more, we're going to find out it's drugs and alcohol, right? And we're going to find out that the reason the NFL is banning him is because part of the deal of him coming back was that he goes ahead and follows the drug policy. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's just marijuana and alcohol, those two things are legal in certain areas. He doesn't happen to live or play in an area in New England where it is legal, as far as I know.
Regardless, we shouldn't judge him, because the reason that all of us were late tonight was because of drugs and alcohol.
Yeah. We're not going to judge him at all, but
not at all.
I'm interested to hear, and if anybody does have a comment,
might hit him up for a supplier.
Yeah, give us a call, 404-424-9119. All right, that's enough of that silly stuff. So things that we do have coming.
Well, no, it's not, because
okay, go ahead.
He has his problems. I understand that, but he doesn't have to go out of his way to piss me off.
Yeah,
like when he was on my fantasy team. And I was going to count on him.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's out of Cleveland, and I figure maybe he lands in New England, so I keep him on the roster.
You know what?
I was just about to drop him, and then the deal comes through, and I say I'm going to stick him just down at the bench.
You know what? I've turned full circle on this now. You know what? You are a selfish person, Josh Gordon.
Thank you.
You don't understand how your addiction has affected A.J. Cannon's fantasy league. And not only that, it's affected Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, the entire New England team. God knows for the past 6 years what it's done to the Cleveland Browns.
Preach it!
You're selfish. You are one selfish addict.
My God, you're like a couple of shrimp. You're too shellfish.
How many points was he? How many points do you think he could have gotten you every week?
If he would have applied himself?
Yeah.
And been able to catch a ball without closing one eye?
Yeah.
Probably give me a good 15 to 17 points a week.
So he's willing to throw away 15 to 17 points on a selfish act like that.
That's my championship there, Joshy.
Man, Josh. Now I'm really upset. Well, speaking of, let's go from that to Eric Reed, okay? Eric Reed is pissed about pissing.
How did that happen?
Well, Eric Reed, okay, as you may know or may not know, has been a big supporter of Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, I do know that.
And he has spoken out and even wore special cleats last week with
Piss on
Kaepernick. Well, yes, he peed.
Oh, no, it's just Kaepernick cleats.
Yes, he was wearing his Kaepernick cleats.
It's NFL locker room.
Yeah. So we know what his support is. He's been back in the NFL for 11 weeks.
All right.
He's been drug tested 7 times in 11 weeks. So it's got to be statistically impossible on a random drug test to be 7 times in 11 weeks. Something's going on, and he believes it's collusion. Do you believe that it's collusion, that they're making him pee everywhere?
Well, yeah, I do believe there's a level of collusion. I think I've always believed that. Ever since they drummed Kaepernick out of the league. And then when you saw the succession of quartersbacks that went down and the jobs that were available.
Yeah.
And the people that they inserted into those jobs.
Well, look at Washington.
While Kaepernick was
sitting
sitting
there.
Look
at the Redskins right
exactly.
now.
Exactly. There's a list of them. So, yeah, is there collusion, you mean specifically in this instance? I can't rule it out.
7 times in 11 weeks.
I can't rule it out. They're giving him a lot of sunny delight, and they're saying just stay ready. Stay ready.
I mean, you know what? As long as he passes, I guess it's not a big deal because he's taking it pretty well for what I think. But I think he is going to put it in his lawsuit, and
it is a little excessive.
It is a little excessive. I would be pretty upset if they were drug testing me, and then I looked over at certain people and gone, "Oh my God, are you serious right now?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm on intensive probation, and every time we take a break, I have to go out there and pee into a cup.
Yeah.
But I bought that, know, and I own it because I committed the offense.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to do this during I don't want to do this during a segment.
Hey, this could really get our subscriptions up though if you do this.
Yeah,
you can get it.
Just bring the cup in. I'll do it. They can't see me because I'm waist up.
Yeah. Let's talk about some other things we got coming up later tonight. We have white people can't like black things, and the best-looking woman in Spain is a man. So those are things coming up as well later tonight. Also, things I think about when I might be in the same state as Eric Reed or our friend Josh Gordon. But yeah, there are certain areas in the country that it's still it's legal. In fact, if you go out to Las Vegas or Colorado or even Portland, California, or the entire country of Canada.
You know what a lot of people are doing now is they're doing that vape THC oil.
Yes, a lot of vape THC oil. So as it's becoming more and more popular, sometimes when you go out, and I travel a lot for softball, play with friends all over the country, and if I'm out in their area, who am I to just kind of sit back? But when I do, I kind of get all these thoughts. And I started writing them down, and I haven't even opened and read what I have wrote down yet.
Okay,
so I'm going to share those later as well.
So you just jotted it down, you haven't read it back yet?
I haven't even read it back yet.
And you're going to do it in front of an open mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, I'm scared, but it's only on YouTube. It's not going over the air.
Internet content is unrated, man. We're cool on that.
The FCC can't get us, I don't think.
No, they can't.
Okay.
Last time I said that, I ended up in a closed-door meeting. But
Yeah.
I don't think that can happen.
All right. Well, hopefully that won't happen, and if I can get my computer up, that would help as well. I also want to add some more elements in this because, this could become something that might be on during drive time somewhere. We don't know. We're going to send it out. We're going to send our tapes out. We're going to hopefully get this out and do more things because I think what we're going to do here and what we continue to do is going to be something people want to listen to, I hope.
We have people at Sirius XM who've, even just after doing our test show, have been beating our door down.
Yeah.
Trying to just get meetings with us. So we're actually keeping them at arm's length right now. We want to see a little money, maybe a little sponsorship action.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk. And they can't keep wanting to cut Hunter out.
Yeah. So
we're not going to let that happen. And people at Sky Sports want to thank you guys for BBC Radio 1 in England wants to take our show and put us on. Want to thank all you guys over there. And also
you got to put the teeth away, though,
Sky,
if we do that.
Well, yeah.
They get really offended by that.
They do. It's like, please be nicer to your English hosts, but, screw them.
Yeah. I don't really like
Once we sign a contract, if they want to get rid of us, they got to pay us.
Put fluoride in your water and we'll be friends again. Also, so what we're going to do is
floss him with rope.
I have a friend, and he is obsessed with Captain Herb Emery. And there's good reason.
I love Captain.
If you don't know Captain Herb, and this is an Atlanta thing, he is a world famous. They have a bridge named after him. He is a world famous traffic reporter. He's fantastic. Well,
a great guy.
Let me say he was fantastic.
He was fantastic. And he also did a bunch of NASCAR stuff, and that's how I came to meet him personally.
Yeah.
Myself and Mark Frito were doing a show called Speed Freaks.
Yeah.
And Steve West was doing that with us.
Steve West was.
So we were down at the Speedway, and we met Captain Herb Emery, and we were just going to ask him a couple of things about doing NASCAR, and we figured he might see us maybe as a little bit of a competition deal.
Yeah.
No, he was like, he stood there and talked to us for 25, 30 minutes.
Real nice guy.
Until he had to, go do some work.
Super nice guy.
Great guy.
When my friend Adam started calling me out of the blue, he got home and what traffic he got, but he nailed it. Right to the sponsorship. He is better than probably 90% of the traffic reporters.
Why isn't he working?
Well, that's what we're going to try to do. We need to do that.
I mean, it should be pretty easy for us to get him a traffic job. We know people.
Yeah, I think so. So we're going to work with him because I still think everybody needs a little fine tuning. He's never done it. We don't know if he gets on the mic, he might be nervous. I can't get my computer up, which is really driving me nuts.
Another thing to work on this week.
I mean, so we're gonna get him on the air. We're gonna work with him. We're gonna give him some pointers because we do have some sponsors. We need him to go ahead and tag at the end.
Absolutely, but we have to it has to be our sponsor, so we get paid.
We get paid,
right?
Yes. Well,
there's a trickle down effect.
We're gonna need some new sponsors because I didn't really secure any sponsors this month. So
okay,
we don't have any paid sponsors. So what I did was AJ and I got together and thought it'd be good if we didn't let him know who the sponsors were until the end, and we're going to write the sponsors for him.
Well, he needs to do a cold read on the sponsors.
Yeah.
That's basically what you're getting at, right?
Yeah.
That was the idea.
Yeah. One thing you have to learn in radio, and Hunter, you're going to have to come unlock your phone for me.
See, I think we should go one step further as we go forward.
Yeah.
We should have him, because you can access this information on any market you want to on the internet. Yeah. And so we should just have him, just pick a market at random, too, down the road.
Yep.
Like we can go, all right, we want you to be Toledo.
All right, excuse me for 1 minute because I want to pull up this computer, but you keep talking.
Okay, so he's going to pull up the computer.
I'm listening.
In the future, we'll just start, it'd be great to have him reading live cold copy to begin with, especially if we're writing it, because it's likely to get him in trouble with his family and us with our, future employers,
Well, that's the
whoever they
point.
may be. But the great thing about this currently is that we don't have any employers, which is basically the way that we've lived our lives. So while they work on the computer, we're going to let you know some other stuff that's coming up tonight. We're going to be also talking to Hunter about what he's doing for the Christmas holidays and where he's going to be traveling to, what his family likes to eat, how they celebrate, what their traditions are in their Hunter household, and also Rhino's going to be probably talking about that as well. I'm sure that it's fairly psychotic, some of the things that happen in the Rhino household. And
Our house is a complete disaster.
well, how many people do you generally have in the house when you're celebrating the holidays?
We usually have about 13 to 15.
Okay, that's a pretty good brood. How many people do you have in your family? So you have that many in the household. Does that mean that pretty much everybody in your family comes home for Christmas, or is it one of those deals?
Yeah, I mean, we're a pretty close family. Sorry about all of this. We're a pretty close family, but we're a smaller family. But my mom loves to bring in different people every year.
What do you mean different people?
Like people that she's made. My mom makes friends with people, and some of the people she's just like, "Oh, you have nowhere to go." And like one year we had like this really a nice gay yoga instructor who was a really nice guy.
Yeah,
spent a lot of time with him. And
I bet you did.
Yeah, and every year is someone different. She usually brings some family friends, stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I'm actually going to Golden Corral again this Christmas for I don't have anybody. So
Oh.
no,
Hint, Scott.
I'm all right.
Oh, hey, that was for us to invite.
No.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen, what are you doing for Christmas?
No.
Well, this year we're keeping it small. My parents are gone.
I don't need your pity. You know what? I'm fine. I like to go to the Golden Corral, and I meet new family at the Golden Corral. I don't need your pity. There's nothing wrong with it. You wait in line with people. You have a nice conversation. You feel better about life. You feel like you're involved. You feel like you're part of something.
Oh.
But you know what changes? Everybody's so full of Christmas spirit in the line. Everybody's singing. They're singing Christmas carols, and they get their sweet tea and their trays. And then as you go to get seated, you see where the hellmouth is.
Ah.
Because once you get to the place where you're grabbing a plate and you're trying to get your plate at the Golden Corral on Thanksgiving or Christmas, the evil is lurking just beneath the skin. Because people will kill you for a piece of ham. It's crazy. If you try to break into line, or if they think you're trying to break into line, they will stab you in the neck. I've seen it happen. I've done it. There's something that changes in you when you get in there. When it's a feeding frenzy. We were standing next to, they had the line that goes around, you have somebody there cutting ham, right? And all of a sudden, the ham guy just walks off. We're standing there, and I look at this guy next to me, I go, the ham guy that can't happen. The ham guy just left. And he said, what the hell? And then he starts, I swear to God, he starts doing this. This was at Thanksgiving. He starts going, ham guy, ham guy, ham guy.
Yeah.
Ham guy.
Ham guy.
So we had a whole group of people there going, ham guy, ham. So then this little lady comes over and she starts cutting. She's freaking out. She's cutting the ham. And she goes, well, I cannot stay here. I cannot stay here. But she's cutting the ham and trying to get it served. And then eventually she had to go because she had other duties. But she was filling in where she could, and I commend her for that.
That's good stuff.
I cannot stay here.
Holiday season's tough. Listen, I went Christmas shopping today for a few things and stocking stuffers and whatever I could afford for the family. And I went today, and I just went to Walmart. Because I like to get like the little things, like I like to throw little kids' toothbrushes, things like that.
Sure.
Love to do that for the kids.
Yeah.
Just for the stockings. I let Santa get all the biggest.
You're giving them toothbrushes.
Yeah.
They love you, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't use them, so hey, kids don't use toothbrushes.
Well, that's true.
I don't know if I use a toothbrush.
Well, I mean, in my family, you can teach them how to make a shank out of it. So there's, it has that. Yeah.
We got to do that. That's a good arts and crafts project for this weekend.
You know what? In my family, kids are taught that at a young age because eventually, for most of it, it's going to come into practice.
Yeah.
So they like to teach kids things that you can use in life.
Yep. I like it. Has Adam called?
Adam has not called yet.
All right. Can someone get him on the phone?
You looking at me? I'll go get him.
No, we're gonna have them call him on the phone.
Okay.
You can even pull it up on air, really. All right, Brian's on it. We'll get him on hold. We gotta get him, and then I'll go ahead and we'll talk to him through what we're gonna do, set him up, and then as he's done with the traffic report, I'll text him
the sponsorship.
Okay, well, are you gonna send it while he's doing the
So let me ask you this: he has no idea what's coming. Should I start tame and then get worse?
He has no idea he's going to be doing traffic.
No, he knows he's doing. Traffic.
But he has no idea about.
He doesn't know that we're going to give him the sponsorships.
Yeah, start a little tame.
Start a little tame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, start tame and then kind of work him up to it.
You know what? Maybe I'll promote my pizza place.
Sure.
We'll start there.
Well, you have one that's specifically for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this kind of do the ramp up thing.
Yeah. I don't like that your phone turns off every 2 seconds. All right. Did you get him on the phone yet?
Brian's got him on the phone right now.
Okay,
All right.
good.
Let's go ahead and pull him in with us.
All right. Is Adam there? Or?
Tell Brian he's got to put him on hold.
Typically for that, right?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, this
Oh, it's going to be the same thing.
We
as
got the
last week.
feedback again?
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
Adam, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
All
we
right,
can
good.
hear you. Actually, that's not bad.
Are you watching on your computer? Is that what you're doing?
I'm watching on my iPad right now, but
Yeah,
I
you-
actually
yeah,
can't
you need
hear
to
All
turn
right,
down the
you
volume
got
on
to
that.
turn your volume down. Don't you know anything
Yeah,
about
this is
radio?
my first- I got the volume down. Are you still getting feedback?
No,
not
now
so
we're
much
good.
now. Now we're doing pretty good. I mean, you have to know
Jesus,
this stuff.
Adam, this is your big break. Come
We're
on,
trying to
man,
get you
don't
a
blow it.
gig. We're trying to get you a gig here. So
All right, so can you get text on your iPad? Or just on your phone?
Yeah, just on my phone, but that's okay. You can text my phone.
All right, cool. So what you're going to have to do is, because you're going to do your traffic report, then we're going to, and this might take a little pause, while you look at the traffic report and then go ahead and feed us the sponsor. So we'll work that out. Now, we got to get into, so how did you get so into this traffic?
I'm a big fan of Captain Herb Emery. Rest his soul. He's a big part of the Atlanta traffic scene for a number of years, and he guided me through Atlanta's traffic debacles, each and every day.
But not only through Atlanta's traffic debacles, but through life, if you will.
Of course, yeah. He was there when we had Snowpocalypse. I think that was his last big push
Yep.
here in Atlanta, and I think a lot of people in Atlanta, looked to him to really guide us through all of that.
You were really, you were extremely upset when we found out about Captain Herb's passing.
Absolutely, yeah. He was a key part of the traffic team at WSB for a long time, and I knew Smiling Mark McKay was going to be coming back,
Yeah.
and I, never been a huge Mark McKay fan. So
Kind of the traffic rat pack, if you will.
Yeah.
yeah, of course, Mark Aram, he's great. WSB in the morning, so the whole team over there is actually a really, really great group of guys.
There you go.
So.
See, and this is, I mean, I love the fact that, because traffic reporters don't really get the respect whatsoever of being traffic
But here's the
reporters and
thing.
really guiding you through your day.
Now, to be honest, usually with traffic reporters, you don't have people who like grow up usually listening to traffic and going, I really got to do that someday. Usually it's like somebody who's in the business and they go, I'm struggling here, but I see a pathway right there. And they take it to kind of keep the broadcast career alive, and then they end up, they get ensconced in it, and they start making a nice buck, and they keep going. But you just have loved traffic your entire life.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I have.
All right. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to go, we'll give you, we got to get a bed for this too. What are we going to call it? Rhino and loose traffic. You're going to give him the bed?
I'll just do.
I don't know.
Okay,
We'll
keep it dry.
produce one.
We'll keep it dry for now. And
We'll keep it
probably-
dry, but we'll produce one if he passes. Our goal is to get you in front of Total Traffic and those guys and get this out to them. And we want one of our own, kind of like a CIA agent. We want our own guy inside.
No, yeah, proprietary information. That's what we want. That's
Yeah,
where
we
the
need
money's
it.
made.
Yeah, we're gonna get that. Would you do that for us?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's real pliable. I really like where we're going with this. It's
All
good.
right.
And if you watch it on replay, don't be confused. You might be hearing a music bed. If
Right.
you watch it on replay.
Yeah, we might add that in later,
Originally, there was not one.
or in the podcast when we finally get those up too.
That
All
too.
right, are you ready? Are you warmed up?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. So, are you on speaker? Do you have it on speaker?
I do. Do you need me to take it off?
No, leave it on speaker. That's good, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the text with the sponsor, and then you're going to go ahead and read it,
Okay.
and then that way you can see it. So,
Well, wait a minute now.
I'm going to hit it. I'm going to send this text right now.
Okay, but do the traffic, and then don't just read it as you come across it. You're just gonna read it cold.
Read it cold. All right, you ready? Go ahead. Start with your traffic, and I'm going to send it.
So traffic's starting to lighten up here a little bit around the Atlanta area. We have crews on scene still from that investigation on an earlier plane crash, 285 and Bolton Road. The best thing to do is stay away from the whole English Park area. Do not exit from 285 onto Bolton Road. You will be sitting there for hours. We have another accident, 75 northbound at Glade Road. Looks like 2 right lanes blocked. We're seeing delays back a little bit before 92. And then again, 75-85 south at Freedom Parkway, we have the exit blocked, and you're seeing delays all the way back up to the connector from 75-85. The rest of the traffic's looking clear, and except we do have a crash right now just being reported, 285 west at Flat Shoals Road on the south side. Reported by DOT, it looks like 2 left lanes are blocked there, so just use caution when driving by there.
All right, so that's good. So now we got to come up with a
Was
name
that
for this.
fantastic? Hold on, he needs to do a sponsorship.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Oh, did you send the sponsor?
Yeah, did you get the text?
Oh, no, I didn't get the text.
Are you kidding? It says it was delivered.
Hunter sent it. This traffic update is brought to you by Lepardo's New York Pizza and Pasta in Kennesaw, home of the world's best garlic knots. Come in today and put your knots in our mouth.
There we go. There we go. All right,
was
great job.
fantastic.
That was
very
fantastic.
nice. We got to come up with a name for this, so a catchy name for his traffic report.
Yeah, yeah. If anybody's got any ideas for a catchy name for, you also have to have one of those names, don't you? Like, you know,
Ballbuster Traffic.
yeah. Tina turns a lot with traffic. You know?
I just want to say that I am super honored to have allowed Adam to let him live out his dreams as a traffic guy. I've known him for 5 years, and this is the only thing I think we've talked about for about 5 years. So, Adam, you're very welcome.
Well, this could be the beginning of something right here.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah. All right, Adam, we're gonna hang up on you. We're gonna call you back in about 10 minutes, and we got another one for you. All right?
Wait, first of all, now are you looking at GDOT or something when you do these traffic reports, or are you just making stuff up?
No, I'm currently looking at GDOT. In fact, as we're talking right now, I see that 20 eastbound right at Fulton Industrial Boulevard, 2 right lanes are blocked, and it looks like we have power lanes down. Just 1 lane open in each direction, just reported by police just a few moments ago. You're seeing delays, all the way back to 278 on 20. So use caution driving through that area. Crews are on scene trying to get those power lanes back up right now. But hopefully we'll have a resolution here soon.
Read the sponsor again.
This traffic update is brought to you by Lepardo's New York Pizza and Pasta in Kennesaw, home of the world's best garlic knots. Come in today and put our knots in your mouth.
There we go. Great job. All right, we'll call you back in 10 minutes, Adam.
This will be great.
Sounds good. Bye.
Ballbuster Traffic.
Yeah, hang up on him. All right, listen. That was the tame version. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Okay.
The rest we may get in
no.
trouble for.
Well, I am prepared to get in trouble. I've spent my whole career doing just that. Why do you think I'm here now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of choices I made in my career. Actually, oddly enough, I didn't get in as much trouble as I probably should have over the course of my career.
All right.
I said some vile things and vile acts.
Yeah. I learned when I first got into radio in the South, because I started up in New York doing internships for 95.5 PLJ and some other places up there. And my goal in life was to actually be, I didn't really shoot high with my goals. I wanted to be a cameraman for the New York Rangers. That's all I wanted to be.
That's okay. That's not a big dream.
No, in high school, I was doing high school radio. And then we actually did a Steal Your Face show. And it was a Grateful Dead show, which was great. We got it actually from Bill Graham Presents. We got stuff from the vault that nobody else had. And in high school, we had people listening to us on Long Island all over because we were the only people who had some of this stuff from the vault and some of the space music and stuff that they do at concerts that nobody ever heard unless you were at that concert. So, it was a pretty big deal. So that's how I kind of got into radio. And I never thought I'd be doing this. But when I moved here, I said Jesus on the air. And I got in really big trouble for that.
Now, we used to say some terrible. Like I said, I used to do a lot of stuff that was really out there as far as political incorrectness. Nobody cared.
No,
because it was obvious that I did not care if they cared.
Yeah,
and people also, for some reason, they always realized it was not coming from a place of. It was always coming from a good-natured place.
Yeah,
even if it was something. A lot of people could have said the same thing, and people would have been like, "What the hell? What's the matter with this guy? You can't say that."
There are times that we sat around. And you've said some things, and I was like, "Oh my!"
Talking about when I was on air?
Yeah,
yeah, I'm sure. But
some
nobody
days
cared.
at the lodge, nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
No.
In fact, they thought that's AJ.
Well, I'll tell you what. When we first all got over to 680, and we were in the old studios with 104.7 The Fish, and you and I would sit at the desk and look at things on the computer, and the computer faced the way you had to walk up into the religious studios.
Yeah, the fish of religious station.
Yeah.
So we took
They'd
this
see
as
some stuff on the video. They probably. I think that's part of the reason they said, "Hey, why don't you guys move to a new studio?"
Yeah, we took that as an opportunity to maybe let ourselves be seen and heard by the folks over at the fish.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, let's do this now, and then we'll go back to Adam. Then we're going to get into later, like I said, we got coming up, the best-looking man, or the best-looking woman in Spain is a man, and white people can't like black things. That's coming up in a little bit. But first, I want to tell you about what happened when I went and visited areas that Las Vegas, Portland, California, Washington, D.C.
Where the ganja's legal, baby.
Yes, and the entire state or country, it's a country of, and now I sound like Trump calling Canada a state, but the entire country of Canada is now legal. So I didn't break any laws doing this, but when I do, I tend to just kind of sit back, relax, and then I start to think of things. And I realize that these things are completely bizarre, and I will not remember them. So I go ahead.
You write them down.
Yeah, I started writing them in my phone, and I didn't even know I was writing them. And I kind of was flipping through, and I saw this thing that said, "Funny things I thought of while I was high."
Right.
Reefers.
Got a little music. See, now we have production. All right, bring that down a little bit, all the way down to 35. All right, these are some funny things I thought about while I was allegedly high in areas that it is completely legal. All right, let's see. I had to put it up on the computer. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, wait, I don't know if I want to read some of these.
You committed to it.
Oh, God. Listen, I want to go ahead and preface that these things I say, I love all people. Okay? And I am not going to be politically correct. And we came out in the first episode, and this is not going to be politically correct all the time.
And we're not going to apologize.
We're just funny people. And we're not going to apologize. I'm going to do the Kevin Hart and go, whatever. All right, here's my first one. Blind people should only be allowed to wear hologram glasses with eyeballs on them. Lizard eye hologram glasses are also acceptable. Start the music again. Keep it down low.
Reefers.
Yeah, reefers.
Keep it going on a loop.
All right. Here we go. Here's my next one I wrote down.
When it stops, start it again. I'm feeling it, for God's sake.
Oh, God. What do I think of?
Should I take a look at this before you read
no.
it?
Oh, God. No, I want you to listen to what's wrong with me.
Read it. Go
All
ahead.
right, if I were to lose a limb, I would definitely rather lose a leg than an arm. You look like a badass with a fake leg, but no one ever feels comfortable shaking your plastic hand. Plus, it seems creepy to run my plastic fingers through a girl's hair. Oh, God. Uh-oh.
Man, you must have been stoned to the bejesus.
Oh, man. There we go. Let me get this going again for some more. Oh, this one's a good one. This one should offend almost every woman in the world. The fictional world of vampires would be a much safer place if vampires would just visit the women of the world every 28 days. I think I solved the problem there. I feel good about that one.
I think you did.
This saves lives.
Listen, you were worried about reading these. I think you're doing a public service.
Yeah, every 28 days, just he's
Hello.
here. Hello.
I've come to see you again.
Is it the right time?
What do you mean you're late? Screw it.
I'm the one who has to come here, and you're late. All right, here we go. I got another one here. Oh. Ooh. Man, I'm hitting every group. All right. Is it gay that I'd rather have sex with a good-looking woman with an incredibly large penis than a good-looking man with a 5 o'clock shadow, nice pectoral muscles, a six-pack, and was born with a vagina? Yep, I would definitely fit somewhere in the LBGTQ scale.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's that bad. I mean, if you see a good-looking woman at a club,
We're all gay every once in a while.
you don't know what's below. If you're already home and you're doing your thing,
Have you ever had that experience?
No.
You've never, because sometimes in New York, when I lived up there in the village, you'd see a woman and go, holy hell, look at that.
Oh, I have seen. Oh, I've seen plenty of that.
And you're like hanging out and stuff, and next thing you know, you're holding a tree trunk.
I have a lot of friends that are gay, and I sometimes have to call them or go to them to show them pictures and go, what do you think? You know, do you think she's got one? And if they say yes, I go, cool, I'm calling.
Yeah, I can't help myself. Listen,
We're admitting to a little curiosity.
if you're
here.
already there, you're making out and everything's going down,
you
you
already-
go onto the skirt,
you
and
already
it's
bought the
there.
ticket. You
Don't
bought
ruin
the
everybody.
ticket.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't,
that's it. That's
yeah,
what
you
you're
bought the
saying.
ticket. Ride. All right, here's my last one. Ooh. If you give Michael J. Fox 2 shake weights, he'd be ripped like a pro wrestler. It's just. Oh,
Now you're getting into my territory. I want to do the Parkinson's-Ville chorus.
I think we can.
I think we can do that.
I think we can do it. We'll get that going. Kill the music. Look at that, huh?
Production quality, man. Production value
Great
on this
job,
show
Hunter.
already.
Oh, and by the way, I just talked to the stats department.
Yep.
And yes, you did offend literally everyone in America.
All right, good. Hey, listen. Nope. I didn't say anything about African American people.
Not yet, but stay
I
tuned for
didn't
next week.
week. Next week's funny stuff I thought of while I was high.
Hey, we're also going to have a couple of funny things to say about the cracker.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
going to
God.
be it'll be fun.
Yeah, we can line up on the crackers.
Oh, the cracker, man. Oh, we got cracker stuff for
Awful
days.
people.
For days. The
Awful.
blue-eyed devil? Oh.
I'm gonna memorize your number by. It's your birthday.
Oh, you remember my birthday?
Yeah.
When is okay, I was going to ask you when your
Now,
birthday
anybody
is.
who knows what your birthday is,
Hey, are we doing a Secret Santa thing for this show, or are we just going to blow right through the stop sign on that? Have we even talked about that? Because have we even talked about having a party, maybe down in Magic City or something?
Well, I
Oh,
don't
that's a
know
good
if
idea.
you've never been to a Lapardo's Christmas party,
Oh,
but you
gosh.
are missing out, my
Okay,
friend.
let's put it this way. Okay, so Lyfts and Ubers all night, I'm guessing, or Safe Ride,
Absolutely.
whatever they do. I know they have thing. Okay.
yeah.
Now, are you one of those guys who buys your staff like hotel rooms and everything for the night? I guess
No. We just figure out whose house we can get to quickest.
Okay, so somebody has to agree to let everybody chill, or
Yes.
or do you put down inflatables all through the restaurant?
Either way, any way we can do it, or the parking lot, or the parking lot. Whoever's got the biggest car, because we always find who can get the most people in the car, and then we all pass out in there, and then, or we wake up at someone's house and go, "Who drove?" And everybody asks everybody who drove.
So everybody is in blackout. Now, we used to like to talk about who the most valuable player is.
Of course, we took
At
Uber.
our radio parties, that is the person who gets the most drunk, the most valuable player. So,
oh God, that would be hard to pick in our group.
well, what you have to have video evidence, or you guys won't remember what happened. So there has to be video evidence supplied at all times.
Yeah.
So are you guys planning to do that this year? Because I'm
Yeah.
sure that would also
It'll be
for
part
some-
of our show.
That was, yes, make for some great audio as well.
Yeah. Hey, let's get Adam back on the phone. Give him a call. Let's get him back. We got some more funny things to do with him and some more traffic reports because we need to know what's going on in Atlanta. I like this. Just dial right on air. Fine. Do it.
I wanted to tell him to go ahead and pick another
No, I
market
like
at
it.
random, but we'll
Go
do
ahead.
Atlanta.
Dial it right online.
We'll do Atlanta traffic again.
Oh.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. This is a call from a correctional facility.
That's the sound of me when I was single, which I am no longer single. I am engaged, but that was the sound I'd hear after asking every single girl out.
He'll be back.
Are you struggling there?
He's he's fine. He just has to do it a different way.
Okay.
That's one thing about being a producer. He's learning. Sometimes you have to figure out.
All
a
right. Well,
different
what
way to
we'll do
things.
then is we're going to go ahead and. Oh.
Go ahead.
Are we gonna have to go help him? Hang
We
up.
might
Hang
have
up.
to.
Don't pull it up on the board yet.
Let's
Dial
go
him
to-
first and put him on hold.
There's going to be a zesty editing session after
right.
this broadcast is
Just
done
like you
tonight.
guys did perfectly the first time. It's not that hard, boys. Oh, they're struggling. It's all right. Let's talk about some of the things. Oh, wait. Here we go.
That's okay.
I don't even know how you guys did that.
Where is he? Where'd he go?
Do I need to go help him?
Oh, we were going to answer it. We're good. You got it? Hi, Adam. This is Eagle Collection Agency. Are you there?
No hablo inglés.
There we go.
Stay here.
All right, here we go. We're just gonna come to you. All right, this is our second chance. All right, this is our second turn. So the next time we call, We're just going to come in and be like, now here's Adam Jungers. Is that the name you want to go with? Do you have a radio name?
No, I don't have a radio name.
Okay.
So Adam Jungers it is.
So we're going, huh?
Traffic Juggernaut? I don't.
Oh. And now it's time for the traffic with the traffic juggernaut. Juggernaut. Oh,
Well, we'll just Juggernaut. I would just go with Juggernaut traffic.
Yeah.
How about that?
Juggernaut traffic. All right.
Okay, there it is. Juggernaut traffic.
All right, here we go.
Juggernaut? All right.
Why don't you throw it to him?
Now he knows. Now he wants to fight us. He doesn't like it. See, now we've had him on the air once, and already now he's talent.
He's already got his out. He's
Now he's a diva.
He's already calling his agent.
I don't know about this Juggernaut thing, there, fellas.
All right, I want you to throw to him. I'm going to start typing in what we're going to send him.
Okay, it's 9:23. We're going to go down to Juggernaut traffic to see what's going on.
Juggernaut traffic live here in the Cannon and Rhino Traffic Center. Right now we're looking at a right lane block, 75 northbound at 92. One right lane block. Police starting to clear the scene there, but you're still seeing delays all the way back to the 75-575 split. 85 south from the connector, you're seeing a little bit of delays at Freedom Parkway. Exit currently closed. Also some police activity over in the HOV lane, possibly a stalled vehicle. Looks like hero units are arriving on scene there. Over on the east side, we have an accident left lane block, I-285 westbound at Flat Shoals Road. Seen a little bit of delays back onto the perimeter there. And then Martin Luther King Drive Jr. and between Spring Street and Peachtree Street, we do have a closed bridge due to demolition work. And on the west side, we're still seeing delays from that earlier plane crash at Fulton Industrial Boulevard between Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway and I-285 is closed right there due to that plane crash. This traffic report is brought to you by Malaysian Airlines. Holiday flights have never been cheaper this holiday season. Malaysian Airlines wants to help you disappear.
Oh my God.
Ooh, I didn't know you were going to go with the airline crash. I didn't know there was a plane crash in traffic.
Oh my God! There it is.
Oh,
That's why you were okay. I didn't know why you were laughing. Okay, now I get it.
I couldn't make it through his traffic report.
My God, it's horrible.
When I realized what I mean, I didn't plan that with you, did I?
No, Adam, that wasn't done intentionally, was it?
Not at all. No relation to the plane crash earlier on 285.
Oh my God, I had no idea he was pulling the plane crash thing, and of course that was the thing he ended with right before he read the sponsorship. All right, good. All right, we're gonna give you another break. We're gonna call you back in a few minutes.
You know, we plan to have Juggernaut traffic next week, but the way this is picking up steam,
we're getting
he might have a gig before next week.
He might. We might not be able to keep him around, but that's all right. You know what we'll do is when we find out where he is, we're gonna still send him the traffic sponsorship.
But you hear what's going on? He's already gone diva on us, right?
Yeah.
So what he's going to do is we'll probably get a call but he'll come back to us. Be like,
Yeah.
what you got for me, guys?
Yeah.
What do you guys? What can you guys
Hey
do
guys,
for me?
come on.
You know, a little something for the effort. How about that?
I mean, these are real sponsors. I'm not.
Oh, I know these are real sponsors.
Yeah.
And
We got to make money too.
yes. For
Yeah,
God's
Malaysian
sake.
Airlines has a horrible year last year.
They're having trouble finding outlets to advertise on.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're open to anybody. If you listen, call us 404-424-9119. We'll
We
sign you
don't
up.
care. We
No.
don't care.
We don't. We obviously don't care. Between the last two segments, the things we said, we've alienated everybody.
Oh, and it's only going to get worse / better,
well, let's do it then.
depending on your perspective on this entire thing.
All right, well, let's go to it. We told you earlier we're going to get to it a little bit. White people can't like black things, but first, the best-looking woman in Spain is a man.
I haven't heard this story yet.
You haven't heard the story? All right, well, Angela Ponce, better known as the reigning Miss Spain. Beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. She didn't win the Miss Universe pageant. That was last Sunday, by the way. But she didn't seem to mind. You know why?
Why is that?
She was the first transgender woman to compete in Miss Universe.
Oh,
She had a penis.
how did I miss this? This is right. I mean, this is right down my hobby set.
You know, when I went through the funny things I thought of, that was one of the things. She would fit this category.
Well, with the websites I go to, it seems like I would have come across that news.
You would have thought. You would have definitely thought that.
But no, I have not. I haven't read about this.
It was an honor and a pride for her to be a part of the pageant. And I think it is. Now, here's where it's getting a little dicey.
Is she gonna do any videos?
I'm sure she's going to do some videos now.
I'll know about that.
Well, she didn't win.
Okay, well, then she needs to do some videos.
So here's what I come up with, because I kind of got in an argument with Mia about this, and that's my fiance, in case anybody doesn't know. But I got in an argument about this because I'm all for it. Listen, you want to be a beautiful woman and keep your penis.
Yeah.
Hey, best of both worlds.
Yeah,
Go for
absolutely.
it. I'm all for
That's
it.
like the guy who got the breast implants, on a bet and decided to keep them.
Yeah.
God bless you, brother. Keep up the fight.
Yeah, I'm as curious as the next guy. I'm as curious as Elton John. I want to know. I want to know things. And it intrigues me. I want to know.
You got a couple of knobs and a crankshaft to mess with late at night? Go ahead. Hey, have it at it, man. That's a sleeping pill.
Yeah, I got nothing wrong with it. I love it. I love that we're at this part, and this is why we do the show. Is why can't we talk about these things, laugh about them, and have a good time, and just stop making such a big issue about it? You want to use my bathroom, please. And when we're doing our bathrooms at the restaurant, we're not even going to put men and women anymore.
And it seems
Here's a restroom. Whoever wants to use it, use it. Go ahead. Just don't take my toilet paper and put it in your duffel bag and go back to the bus.
I can't remember hearing about any transgender people who've accosted kids in bathroom. I've heard lots of stories about people who are anti-LGBT who have been caught, in bathrooms and stuff.
I heard about 636 priests somewhere that up in, I think it was Illinois, wasn't it?
I think so.
That might have gotten in trouble. So, let's stop judging and using religion as a judge when, what's the old saying? Don't cast stones if you live in a glass house.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that, because you did react badly when I patted you on the butt when we were in the bathroom a little while ago.
Well, because we've known each other for 25 years, and that's the first time.
I said good game.
That's fair. I liked it.
If you say good game, you're allowed.
Yeah.
It's not about it being allowed or not allowed. He's just saying you haven't done it in 25 years. Come on, man.
Right. You're disappointed in.
Well, what happens is, you have your hopes up 25 years ago, and then somebody doesn't do it again for the next 25 years, so you just think they want to be friends.
I didn't know then that you felt that way.
I guess I should have spoke up.
I think maybe you should have.
Man. Well,
25 wasted years.
all right. Well, we're going to have to talk after the show.
Okay, we will.
In the bathroom.
We talked about going out for a corn dog.
Yeah. Or two. So here's my thing with this, okay? Because I do love the fact that they're able to, that a transgender woman can make a statement and be at that level where she can get national attention and use it for what I think is probably a pretty good message, right?
Yeah, sure.
And to accept everybody for who they are. She was a young child when she realized that she was a woman.
Yes.
She's never identified that she was a man. And if that's who she wants to be, then by all means, do that. Be who you want to be. And I love it.
Honestly, I believe that's the way to be.
Here's my problem. I also saw where there was a female who was a male, who was about the size of Hulk Hogan.
Right.
You could look and see, okay, yes, I will call her whatever she wants, and she is a woman, and, fine.
She wants
But
to be
you
referred
knew-
to as a woman.
But you knew she wasn't. She played rugby on the Australian women's rugby team. And they were complaining that because she was so much bigger than the other girls, she was running over all the other girls.
Just trucking them.
And people were coming out saying, hey, listen, I don't care what you want to do, but you, as a woman, cannot be in a woman's sport.
Yeah, because, I understand identifying yourself in a certain way gender-wise, but there's also a genetic level of responsibility here. So maybe you got to take that into account.
So, even though they're both different, they're both competition. So my problem, and what I told Mia is, you cannot complain about that girl running over somebody and say that you're okay with them being in competitions, but be okay with her, this other one, this girl, Angela Ponce, who, by the way, I'm telling you, absolutely stunning. Look it up later.
Oh, what do you mean I can't bend this leg? I'm a lady.
I'm a lady.
Boy, back off.
If you're mad about that, then you have to be mad about Angela Ponce being in the Miss Universe pageant. No? Can you pick and choose, or are you a hypocrite?
I think that's a tough one, because there is. The genetic in the pageant looks like a very feminine individual. Correct?
She, absolutely
stunning.
You would never know. Never know.
But you know what? Should that make a difference? If in the
no, listen. The pageant's supposed to be about beauty anyway, is it?
But in the rugby advantage, You just, in fact, you got to keep that taped up, or you got a problem on national TV.
Right. Wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
Oh God, that would be the most fantastic.
We're gonna need to talk to somebody in legal during this break.
And I don't know. I didn't get that deep into the story to know whether she still kept the twig and berries, or whether she went ahead and had the whole surgery done. I don't know.
And do they do still the swimsuit competition?
They do a swimsuit competition.
They do.
See, and here's my problem with the pageant altogether is they say it's not about beauty, but it's always about beauty, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't have them in evening gowns and swimsuits.
And what country does she represent?
Miss Spain.
Miss Spain.
This is why I said the best-looking woman in Spain happens to be a man. That's the other thing. If you're a woman from Spain, you're like, God, we are ugly compared to her.
Okay, guys, and now coming out in the swimsuit competition is Miss Spain, and she steps out of the runway. Look at that, guys. That's not a camel toe. That's a whole foot.
Duct tape. But the thing about it is, and I don't know all the rules of the Miss Universe pageant, but I do know some of the rules. And some of the rules, and the reason that she should and is allowed to be in it, is the rule only states that you have to be single and not married, and you have never been able to have a child. Guess who has never been able to probably have a child?
That one.
Aha.
Yeah.
So she fits the criteria. So she's more than welcome to be
That's
there.
a very wide open criteria.
That is a very wide open
Not
criteria.
very specific at all.
No. So that opens it up to almost every gender at that
Opens it
point.
up to us.
We can go with beards.
I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to compete. I identify myself as a woman. I'm as happy as a little girl. I want to be. And if they don't let me in, I've been looking for a way to get some money.
Yeah.
I will file the suit. I have no problem. You can call it a frivolous lawsuit if you want. I might catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. I mean, look, it took balls for her to get up there. Oh, yeah.
There it is. It took.
You said it. You said it.
2 minutes from Juggernaut traffic, and he brings it in there. Actually, it's about time to get back to him, isn't it?
It is almost time to get back to him. Let's get back to him. But
we're up against the clock.
yeah, we are up against the clock. Let's get Adam on again. Do this off the air. Call him on that phone. Don't put it up until he's on hold. No. Yeah, wait till he's on hold. Brian calls him from that phone. Put him on hold, then you pull him up on the board.
And of course, all this will be edited out on a future.
No, it won't. I'm too lazy to do all that.
We gonna leave it on?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. I got to put in the password again, which is Hunter's birthday. So if anybody steals Hunter Williams' phone and finds it, and you know his birthday, you can get into his phone. Hey, Tyler texted you, by the way. Oh, my God. He is hung.
Look at that. Look at that thing. It's hideous.
Yeah.
It's hideous.
I think we got him.
Here.
All right. So now we gotta be professional about this.
We
This
gotta,
is like the third one.
Hey, well, first, are we doing Atlanta traffic again, or are you going to another market?
Ooh. Yeah.
Atlanta.
Okay, we'll do Atlanta. Next time we might want to explore other markets.
Yeah, next time we're going to come up with other areas that you need to go ahead and look at. Before you start, though, because this is a longer sponsor.
Yeah, go ahead and get that sent to them.
Yeah, because I don't want to make you stretch your traffic. I mean, just for some good traffic things. Any other fun things besides plane crashes going on?
Well, I did want to let you know, I did see a little bit of the Miss Universe pageant.
Yeah.
And the lady from Spain, I totally would not have known at all. I thought she was hot.
She was hot, right?
Yeah.
So there was no telltale bulge or anything of like that.
Zero. You would have never known. I didn't know until 3 days later, and I was like, oh man,
The electrical tape, man. It's the stuff that you can do with electrical tape.
It's
It's
amazing.
miracle.
But I mean,
Miracle
in
product.
all honesty, and Adam, I'm going to ask you this while I continually stall as I write your next sponsor to you. If you were in a club and you saw her, you're drinking, you're having a good time, you started making out on the dance floor because, hey, you're like, hey, I'm going to get her home. This is my goal, is to bring her home. I'm going to get her home. You start making out on the dance floor, whatever. You smush the boobs a little, you pull her a little closer. And, you ask her home, and she takes you home. At that point, you reach down, you find something else that,
I know everything there is to know about the crying game.
Exactly. What do you do? I mean,
Do you
at that
run
point-
at this point? Are you Sid Bream? Do you just keep going around third? You run through the stop sign? You just head for the plate?
No.
Because remember,
text, too.
David Justice is standing there at the plate going, "You can do this!"
Reaching down expecting some angel hair pasta, come up with a meatball parmesan, you know what I'm saying, guy?
That's when I draw the line. I think I'm texting 3 to 5 friends saying, I need you to call me. It's an emergency, and act like it's an emergency.
Okay.
I'm in a bad situation. I need to get out.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
All right, so you do that because, in all honesty, like I said, I just think like I'm already there.
Does
Like,
it also depend on your level of intoxication?
yeah, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
All right. If you're ready, oh wait, hold on. Oh God, this is gonna actually fit in really well with the last topic. All right.
It's taking you that long to say that. What's
It's
going on?
so long of a sponsor.
What are you editing the spot over there?
Yeah. All right. If you want to, hold on. God, these are so hard to do. This is going to be a long one, buddy. All right.
That's okay.
All right. Go ahead and start your traffic. AJ, you throw it to him like
All
we did
right.
before.
All right, and now see what's going on at the roadways. We have a What is it? Juggernaut.
Yep.
Okay,
Juggernaut traffic.
We'll try it again in 3, 2, 1. Mark. And we'll find out what's going on in the roadways. We have Juggernaut traffic. Standing by is Adam. What's going on, brother?
And this is Juggernaut live in the Rhino and Luce Traffic Center. So, still seeing delays from the right lane block 75 northbound at 92. Police starting to clear the scene now, but you're still seeing those delays all the way back to the 75-575 split. 85 south from the connector. Police clearing that scene at Freedom Parkway, so you'll see that open up soon. Still not seeing too much delays back there. You do have road work just started I-285 east between Georgia 400 and Chamblee Dunwoody. 2 right lanes blocked there. Use caution when driving through the area. Road workers are on the scene there. We do have that closed bridge due to demolition work, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive between Spring Street and Peachtree Street, and still seeing delays right now as NTSB and FDA are on the scene investigating that plane crash from Fulton Industrial Boulevard between Donald Lee Hallwell Parkway and I-285. This traffic report is brought to you by Growler. When I'm looking for my chubby bears, I swipe right on Growler. Whether you're looking for cubs, chubby bears, or even the occasional sea otter, Growler is where I turn to. Stop looking for Mr. Right and find Mr. Right now.
Great job, buddy.
That's fantastic.
That was fantastic.
A cold read. A cold read.
You actually read the sponsorship, which you haven't seen until I just finished texting it to you.
Was not thrown off by the whole Growler thing. Obviously, some knowledge beforehand, which is cool.
Will you read that traffic? Will you read the traffic report?
Just
Sponsorship
to sponsor
again?
one more
Yeah,
time.
just a sponsor.
This traffic report brought to you by Growler. When I'm looking for my chubby bears, I swipe right on Growler. Whether you're looking for cubs, chubby bears, or even the occasional sea otter, Growler is where I turn to. Stop looking for Mr. Right and find Mr. Right now.
Great job, buddy.
That's fantastic.
All right, we'll give out Adam Junger's phone number on the replay so that if you are a chubby bear or a sea otter or anything he's looking for, you can get into contact with him, get his information, and join Growler just like he did. So, Adam, great job. Thanks a lot. We're gonna we'll get you again next week. We're looking forward to it. We're gonna fine tune this a little more. We'll have some more good sponsors for you. Hopefully, we'll sell some more this week and get some great sponsors in there for you.
Every week we're going to have it a little bit more produced. Like this week, we heard a little more production that crept into the thing. And next week we're going to be a little smoother with how we get calls on. We're going to have some more music coming at you.
I won't have to reach over the computer to
I won't
get
have
on
to
the computer.
I won't have to get a reach around during the show. Although I pay extra for that kind of thing. Everything's going to be a little bit tighter as we go along.
Yeah.
But you're in on the ground floor.
You know, I don't even know. They could have probably cut off our thing by now, so we don't even know. But we want to thank everybody for joining us. Again, if you are listening, and hopefully you enjoyed it, we're just trying to have a good time. Have some fun, laugh a little bit, talk a little sports. We did a little sports, but we're here to have some fun.
Yeah, and even less sports next week.
Listen, the one thing about this world, and the one good thing I love about sports, and hopefully it doesn't matter what color jersey that team wears, and it doesn't matter what color, what you are, whether you want to be a woman, whether you want to be a man, whether you're Chinese, whether you're Jewish, whether you're African American, whether you're whoever you are, when your team does something well, we all come together and we could all be in the same stadium, and you might even turn over and hug that person next to you for no other reason except for that you love the same sports team.
And a cup of fuel. And before we leave, in honor of Penny Marshall, I want to just do a little line from A League of Their Own. Mama, take me home and put me to bed. I have seen enough to know that I have seen too much. Thank you for watching us today.
Love Laverne and Shirley. Love Penny Marshall. Rest in peace. Love her. Thanks for joining us. Join us again next week, same time, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. or 8:36, somewhere around there. It's Rhino and Loose with special guest Hunter Williams. Thanks to my brother Brian Reinhold. Hopefully he enjoyed it, had a good time. We should have brought him in a little bit more. We'll work on that. Maybe next week he'll come with us too. You got to hear his laugh. We should have kept his mic up the whole time Adam was reading those. We probably could have gotten a few.
We're going to have this as a...
we gotten some good laughs out of him.
Well, first of all, the Hunter cam will also be catching Brian, right?
Yeah. We'll get the Hunter cam to catch Brian.
We'll have
if
them
he's
both on mic. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, we'll get them both on mic. We'll get it all worked out. Thanks for joining us. Please don't forget, click and subscribe. Tell your friends. We need as many subscriptions as we can just to make the link easier for you. Thanks again. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Go fuck yourself.